Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin. Sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Alhamdulillah, we are again back to the Sufis world. Now Sufis world 9. We are going to touch on Loh Mahfuz. What actually Loh Mahfuz? Loh Mahfuz is the divine plan. Divine plan for his creation. So everything that we have to do is already in this divine plan. So the divine plan is the Loh Mahfuz. That means when Allah commanded be, then you see everything come to consonant, or everything come in accordance with what the plan should be. So remember, Loh Mahfuz is a divine plan. One big divine plan encompasses all living things or non-living things. These are the plan that need to be followed by we that understood that when you say Allah said be, the divine plan or Loh Mahfuz is already into action. So starts. Okay? And you can see in the Quran Allah says, and many of the situations will run its courses, and until a certain time, another courses will come in, take over, and so on. So these are divine plan. So what I want to at the outset to make you realize is that the understanding of Loh Mahfuz as a divine plan and that cannot be altered, it must be followed. This is already given to mankind. Let me see. Sheikh Abdul Qadir said, before you start praying for something, you ask for something. Oh Allah, give me a beautiful daughter. Oh Lord, please. You see, what you're asking, these are already in the Loh Mahfuz. And the answer to it also is already in the Loh Mahfuz. So once you say it, you wait for the answer to come. That's why Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani say, all your requests had already been attended to by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at the Lawh Mahfuz. Matter of times, when the time comes, then it becomes more and more significant. Everything that we do, everything, bear this in mind, everything we do or didn't do is already in the Lawh Mahfuz. So, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jalani had said, even the dua that you are now asking God to fulfill your dua, this dua was already in the Lawh Mahfuz many, many years ago, only waiting time for it to renovate. So what I'm saying is, whatever you see surround you, these are all the image of the Lawh Mahfuz. Abdul Qadir said, before you dua, that dua is already waiting for you. 10 years ago, waiting for you to call it, and then it is fulfilled. Already there. Allah never miss a single item. Everything already in the divine plan. This is very important because first, everything, your movement, your speed, your thinking, everything are already listed in the Lawh Mahfuz. Otherwise, Allah cannot be the wise and most knowing. So everything you want to do, the urge you want to do that, all this is already in the Lawh Mahfuz. Then when it comes, then you are entangled with it. So what I'm trying to say, everything around you are part of the Lawh Mahfuz. Today, you see your mother is in the Lawh Mahfuz. Today, you see your father is in the Lawh Mahfuz. Today, you walk to the market and buy food, already in the Lawh. Nothing is omitted. Okay? So everything, when you say be, is divine plan already ready to move. Move. That means you realize that whatever you want to do, when Allah said be, everything had been arranged, and we all follow those arrangements. There's no two ways about it. So this basically is the difference between the one who had received this knowledge and those who have not received this knowledge. For those who have received this knowledge, they accept it because Allah said to the Prophet Muhammad, "O Muhammad, be ye the first to surrender. Be ye the first to surrender." So we know the secret already. And the Prophet said, "And I and my followers, we surrender." And that is Islam. So it's important at the outset to accept whatever had written in the Law Mahfuz has to come into play. But for those who don't have the knowledge, they're confused. Should I? Shouldn't I? For those who have the knowledge, there's no problem. It's a question of, do you have knowledge? When you do have the knowledge, whatever happens, you just relax, like Rasulullah. "O Muhammad, be you the first to surrender." And the Prophet said, "I and my people will be the first to surrender." So you must understand this concept very well so that you will not quarrel about God. You will not question. You will not ask him question that is unbecoming because you know the answer. Okay? That's why Allah said to Prophet Muhammad, be ye the first to surrender. Okay? Once we know that our life is intricate, with the intricate of the Law Mahfuz, intricacies of the Law Mahfuz, cannot get out of it, then we relax and let the intricacies of the Law Mahfuz proceed on its own, and we follow. So you see, some people say, "Oh, Ustadz, I'm confused now. I have children who are so naughty. Should I chastise them? Or should I accept it and live with Allah?" See, this is a situation where you are not yet reach that level. If you reach that level, you never ask this. Just look at it and so be it. So be it. Okay? It can be from the low mahfuz, the thing come, or from outside low mahfuz, the thing come. Doesn't matter. Okay? So every part of our life is a part of the low mahfuz. Cannot escape. So you see your son working and not very good in his work. What are you going to do? If you accept that everything in the low mahfuz, well, you accept that. You accept the conduct of your children and let Allah decide. Okay? So you have a place to fall off, to get entangled and come out of it. Otherwise, you're confused. Should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? There shouldn't be this one. Okay? If you have this, should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? That means the knowledge of the Lord Mahfuz is still far from you. The true knowledge of the Lord Mahfuz is far from you. Now, this is very important for those who really want to understand the concept of Lord Mahfuz. You see, whatever you do is already in the Lord Mahfuz. You just, there's no two ways about it. So you follow accordingly. You can change Lord Mahfuz. And Allah says, if you think you can change, then hell is waiting for you. So Lord Mahfuz is very important. So let's say you know 7 pure. Why is it so 7 pure? You don't have fat income. You don't have fat saving. There's just enough passerby. So you just relax. Relax and let Lord Mahfuz spearheaded your autonomy or your okay. What actually I wanted to tell you is this. Everything you done, everything you done already listed in the Lord Mahfuz. There's no ways about it. Everything you done or not done, all in the Lord Mahfuz. There's no way that you can bypass it. It is a road that you need to go through. Yeah. Okay. So your mahfuz is a very difficult concept if you don't understand. But you understand, it is the simplest and the most intriguing. So you went home. You all say, hello, my husband. Today your brother come and give us $10,000. Wow, unbelievable. All these are part of the law of Moses. It's not out of the blue he gave you. It's already in the law of Moses that he has given. Nothing can nothing can be first before the law of Moses. I mean, everything must be by the law of Moses. Nothing can be first or last. All must be through the law of Moses. Now, this is the thing that, I want you to understand this. When a person say, how come the brothers talking, how come we have been together for so long, doing business together, and yet our business never flourished. What happened? You know what I mean? Now, that is the law of Moses. Whether you flourish or not flourish, it's the law. Okay? So the law of Moses stated that you will flourish, you'll flourish. If not, then it will be tagging behind. Okay. So always remember, everything that you are doing now, later, or the present, these are already in the law of Moses, waiting for time for them to act in accordance with the law of Moses. I've spent quite a time on this, but this is very serious. So once you understood this, that everything already in the law of Moses, there's no two ways about it. Everything that you want is in the law of Moses. Everything you do want in the law of Moses. There's no two ways about it. So once you understood this, there's no question of, I must work hard so I can succeed. No. Even you work hard, that working hard also already listed in the law of Moses. So once you adapted to this, when you are in a situation, for example, your daughter lost her money, a lot of money, and you are sad. But yet again, that has to happen. That is the law of Moses has to happen. what are you going to do? You have to go up, remember him, and sort this out, will cover, and then you go back to the first situations that you will encourage those who have lost their money to surrender to Lord Mahfuz, and inshallah, Allah will grant a way out. So this is basically very important. Before we go further, this is called the intrinsic, the intrinsics of the Lord Mahfuz. These are the integrities of the Lord Mahfuz, the internal, that we are governed by it. Also the extrinsic also. So what I'm saying that everything that happened to you or to anyone else, always remember this is already stipulated in the law of food. Okay? It can be the extrinsic or the intrinsic. We see that later. There's no two ways for you to escape. It's like there must be a car before you can drive. So that's the law of food. So you see, the extrinsic is the structural, and the structural, the first is the earth and its universe. So now we see Law Mahfuz. See, Law Mahfuz, there's extrinsic, intrinsic, time. Now we look at extrinsic, is structural, and earth and its universe. So this is the earth and our universe. And this is the picture. You see, earth, small, but there are so many other planets apart from earth. Okay? So many other planets out there, and Earth's only one of it. And here you see, in general, we have shown that we are not quite as unique as we once thought. Our solar system closely resembles other observable planetary systems within our own galaxy. In this way, our result serves to corroborate other research, results which indicate that Earth-like planets are more widespread in the universe than previously believed. That means we have Earth-like planet a lot out there in the universe. Okay, and you can see, I just let you have a quick look at this one too. Kita tengok okay. Jadi see what I'm trying to fast forward because today I'm not feeling well. Cool. Everything that you see before you, these are part and parcel of the law markers. It's like a cinema film. You know? So everything that we do is already listed in the law markers. You know, there's no two ways about it. And we are just following that. Okay. And this is very important as you understood this. Your your hold to Allah will be very strong. See what I'm trying to tell you. Everything that you see, everything that you feel, everything that happened before you are the low marks. There's no two ways about it. If you understood this, then surrender. That's what Allah said to Prophet Muhammad. Be you the first to surrender. And our Prophet say, I and my followers be the first to surrender. Okay? So when you can accept this, that everything happening are in accordance with what have been written in the law Mahfuz, then you have peace. You don't have to worry. You accept as it is written. You are not going to argue or whatever. That is very important. There is no argument. So you want to go to Kuala Lumpur. In the morning, you're ready to go, and then there was a hiccup on the highway. You miss your plan, your plane, you miss it. Now, of course, ordinary people will be very upset. But for you, no. Because you have the law of whatever need to be done by the law of this, it will do it. So you lost the flight. But there can many reasons for it. Allah will let you know slowly, one by one. What I'm saying is, everything that you are doing or will be doing and so on are already in the law of God. It is for us to follow. There's no two ways about it. So everything is predestined. Predestined, you have to follow. Each have to follow their predestination. Like Adam said to Moses, do not blame me for all of you being kicked out of heaven. Okay? Why? You should not blame him. Because he said, before I ate the forbidden fruit, this was already written down. I think 40 years before I was created. 40 years before I was created. It's already written down. So everything that happened, take stock, relax. Always remember, there's always good reason for it. Okay? And inshallah, you'll find the answer you're looking for during those times. So do not perturb much of what happened. Everything must be in accordance with the law. It cannot be otherwise. Okay. So once you understood this, so Imam Muhammad Rafi said, you will no longer be beguiled or fool or trick once you understood this. You will not be angry why this happened, why that happened. You are more steady, relaxed, accept the situation, because this is in accordance with the law of God. Okay. So then your life is peaceful. Your life with the understanding that you have is more patient, more ready to accept the responsibility given by God to us. Okay. I'll go deeper in this later. But suffice not now, let it be known that whatever you are experiencing now, these are the low passes. Right? And then you are acting in accordance with the law. No two ways about it. We go in greater depth later, but this community. Right? So at this outset, always remember every action or non-action is part of the law. Okay? So you have to surrender, accept it, and then And then you have to adjust to accept the situation. But once you understood this concept. So once this lecture is over today, try to ponder what I said. That whatever you have learned now is the law. Okay? And whatever the result of it or reciprocal of it, also the law of it. Okay? These are already in line with the law of it. Cannot be two ways about it. As we go deeper, further, you can see that all the argument and all that of the law of mafus actually is just right before you. So always remember this. You wake up in the morning, look surrounding you, your children, your wife, and say, these are the law of. Then go further. Some of them want you to go further. So you go further. Like you ask the young boy to take a bath or something. That is also in the law of it. In the end, whatever you do, you have to accept all part and parcel of the law of us. We are within, not outside. Within the law of us, not outside law of us. Of course, we go deeper into this. This is only the at the beginning. So all I want you all to do is to understood or understand what I'm trying to tell you. That whatever you see happening is part of the law of us. Part of the law of us. There's no two ways about it. Okay? And eventually you accept that this is the principle of faith, the good and the bad from Allah. So think about what I'm saying. Whatever you're doing, whatever you are saying, whatever you're seeing, whatever is, all those are the law of us. Time will come, you can see a bigger picture of that. At this present moment, I can only move slowly because I'm not doing well. Okay. So I hope, gentlemen, I hope you excuse me because I'm not feeling well. I see you next week. I see you next week. I'm really not feeling. Take care, okay? Okay.
Ya.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Terima kasih Ustadz.
Ya.
Semoga Ustadz tetap diberikan kesehatan dan Allah berikan pelindung.
Insya
Ya,
Allah.
sahabat semuanya, mohon dimaklum Ustadz kita sedang tidak enak badan. Oleh karena itu malam ini kita cukupkan dulu sampai sekarang. Insya Allah nanti kita ketemu lagi di minggu depan.
Ya.
Baik.
Terima kasih.
Wabillahi taufiq. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Terima kasih semuanya.